But I'm glad I was able to get that out there. Oh, and I did know Patty Diamato from the Colombo family. I was away when I went away in the '90s. He wanted me to stick around them because that was like a stupid war. From what I understand, it was because of Carmine was still the boss. He put his cousin in there, and they was fighting to who was going to lead the place. It was crazy.
Well, they're trying to take over the family, the other faction. So
exactly.
It's just that's what happens. But
yep. See, and Dominic and I talk about that. We always had to worry about people in the street who was going to like to try to take our position, who was going to come up with between law enforcement, between trouble guys in the street, right, Dominic? I mean, there was just
there's a lot of things you have to worry about, and you have to be on point. That's why, like Joe said, I heard your interview saying I had a big heart. I kept it close to my vest. Only my inner circle saw that.
That's right.
To show it to everybody, you can't do that because that's a vulnerability and a sign of weakness.
That's right.
You do have to show a cold side to people that you grew up with that know you, where they think you changed, but you have to be that hardcore person, and it's do or die in that life. So.
And thank God, because we were out there. I mean, when we were down in New York and you made one phone call and about 20 minutes later, the guy came with the money. That was pretty good. Right. I like that. With another one?
Church Ave Dan, another question from him. He says, when you guys went to do time, was there at least one guy who did the right thing, either financially or just coming to visit you?
You could take that one first, Dominic.
My experience, all the money I given people, provided people, sent in commissary. I got 2 money orders, a $50 money order from Greg Hill and a $25 money order from my son's mother's sister. That's it. They don't do shit. Your so-called friends, that's why you have friends on one hand. Now, don't get me wrong. If Vinny was on the street and I was locked up, I would have had money every month. My family would have been taken care of. I know that because I see him. He did it with myself, with Bruno. Where Bruno was getting more money while he was in jail than he made himself on the street. Me and Vinny would joke about it. Like, this guy's doing better that he's in jail because of what we're giving him and the family, as opposed to what, he was making on the street. And we love Bruno dearly. Till this day, I still love him. I wish him the best. And I just hope he stays away from all the bullshit out there. He doesn't need it.
No.
And I hope he does very well for himself. And, it's sad, but I really care for him too a lot.
You see, and I hope that answers the question, because let's face it, sometimes you're forgotten about it, and that's a whole nother story.
No, I could tell you a story. Nikki Santoro, piece of shit, garbage. He's dead. I'm not even going to say may.
Oh, he did die. Okay.
Yeah, may he have eternal damnation. That's how much venom I have for him. I mean, his son-in-law owed me, I think it was $6,000. He collected the money, and I sent word out, hey, I need the money. Well, I needed it for my bills. He sent word back. He didn't send me a damn penny of my money that was owed. He collected it, and he used it for his bills, and I'm the one in jail.
Wow.
So that's a piece of garbage. That's a piece of garbage.
They used to call him what? Nicky Mouth, Nicky Cigars.
Mouth.
Well, I was with him in MDC, and I was with Jerry Chili, and he was having a problem with some black dude that, because of the phones, you know how it is, you only get 15. Right. So the black guy and him, they were having some words and everything, and I was watching TV, looking up at the screen, and Jerry elbowed me, and he goes, I said, what's up? And he said to me, he goes, look, and I saw him having an argument with the guy, and I said, what do you want to do? And I didn't like Nicky, to be honest with you. He didn't like me either. But that's okay. I'll tell you about that later on. But I said, what do you want to do, Jerry? Because I'm with Jerry. So, right. And Jerry says, let him get beat up a little bit, then we'll jump in.
I'll tell you one thing about Nicky, though. We had the situation I had with Blaze Carrazzo and the guy Eric, who we smashed his head in.
Okay.
Over the gambling debt with Fat Frankie. Nicky came to the sit down strapped up. I'm like, Nick, what are you doing? He's like, Dom, I don't trust these guys. F them. We need to be prepared. I'm like, Nick, if one of them pull out a gun, trust me, I'll take it from them.
Wow.
And that's the way. But, he would kill you. You don't get it twisted.
Yeah. Well, because when I went into the room, and that's what I was going to tell you the story. So he goes into his cell, and I was going to walk in after him, and Nicky and and Jerry started talking, and Jerry says, listen, the reason why he didn't go into the cell with you is because of me. I told him, leave you alone, because I was going to duke him up in there. I mean, I know I'm not supposed to, but we're in prison now. We're not on the street.
Right.
So,
right.
Now you got to conduct yourself like a regular guy like me now. So sorry. And
Right.
I knew he was older than me.
At the door.
Exactly. You put that button right there like everybody
Yeah.
else had to. So, and I was like, yo, you forgot where you are or no? But,
Right.
well, anyway, that's another thing. But how about another comment?
This is a comment from Derek Palmer.
Okay.
Are either of you familiar with Sammy Dickfingers? He worked for the Gambino family, apparently. You got any good stories about him? That could be someone just playing a joke. Unless that's
yeah.
No, I never heard.
Yeah, me neither. So there you go.
Someone just
Was
being
he
stupid.
related to P. Diddy?
Yeah. Oh God. Who else we got?
What else we got here? Church Abdan. I did 2 bullets back to back on Rikers Island. Nobody even called my brothers, let alone sent me a dime. It's all good. I was financially okay inside, though.
Yeah, it happens. And in my case, the ones who took care of me were my mother and my grandparents, basically.
There you go.
And you know what? I have to give it to my daughter's mother every month, $200 from her every single month.
Wow.
And every other week when I was in Otisville for 4 years, every other week she was there with my daughter. So I got to give her props with that.
That's good.
And I wasn't with her when I got locked up either.
No, I know.
So.
I at one time I was afraid to give him the money I had to give you while you was away.
To my son's mother?
Yeah. No, not her, and well, even your daughter's mother, because first they, I know we had that legitimate real estate deal going on, and I was like, I'm getting the money, take it easy, it's coming. So they shot right. I says, come with me to the bank, and there she was, her and Matthew.
Right?
Yeah, I was like, take it easy. I gave him the 35,000, the last 35,000.
Right.
And she says, I says, you're gonna give it to Dominick, right? Because I didn't know sometimes,
Right.
But
I got it.
Yeah.
That was my son's mother. She wound up blowing behind my back most of it, but that's all right. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly.
So
go ahead, Mo.
NY152. You have to know Dennis from Mace Ave and Williamsbridge Road. He shot a cop in Arizona. You probably know him from prison, Dom.